2024, a year that promised so much, will instead be etched in our collective memory for a series of devastating aviation accidents. From the frozen landscapes of Norway to the bustling cities of Asia, the skies bore witness to unimaginable tragedies that claimed hundreds of lives and left countless families shattered. The world watched in horror. The stark images of wreckage, a grim reminder of the fragility of life and the ever-present risks associated with air travel. These weren't isolated incidents, they were part of a deeply concerning trend that saw a sharp spike in aviation accidents, making 2024 the deadliest year for air travel since 2018. Tonight we delve into these tragic events, examining the contributing factors, the human cost, and the critical questions that must be answered to prevent such tragedies from happening again. This is not just about statistics, it's about real people, their stories, and the families forever changed by these heartbreaking events. 2024 was a year marked by a series of tragic aviation accidents that shook the global aviation industry. Let's take a closer look at these incidents and their implications. The year was drawing to a close, the holiday season upon us, a time when many were preparing to reunite with loved ones. But on a cold December night, tragedy struck in South Korea. A Jeju Air flight from Seoul to Jeju Island crashed shortly after takeoff. The plane, carrying 179 passengers and crew, went down in a heavily wooded area. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, but the wreckage painted a grim picture. The impact was catastrophic, leaving no survivors. Families gathered at the airport, clinging to hope, only to be met with devastating news. The crash sent shockwaves through South Korea. Investigators launched a probe into the cause of the crash. The black box was recovered, offering hope for answers. This tragedy served as a stark reminder of the human cost of aviation accidents. It cast a pall over the holidays, a reminder that even in the skies, danger can lurk. Just days after the tragedy in South Korea, another aviation disaster unfolded, this time in Azerbaijan. An Azerbaijani Airlines flight bound for Baku from Istanbul crashed while attempting to land in heavy fog. The plane, carrying 67 passengers and crew, went down in a field near the airport. The impact was severe, but miraculously, there were survivors. Emergency responders, working tirelessly in challenging conditions, managed to pull 29 people from the wreckage alive. They were rushed to nearby hospitals, many with serious injuries, their survival stories offering a glimmer of hope amidst the devastation. However, the crash claimed the lives of 38 people, their families left to grapple with the sudden and unimaginable loss. The tragedy sent shockwaves through Azerbaijan, prompting an immediate investigation into the cause of the crash. Authorities focused on the challenging weather conditions, specifically the dense fog, as a potential contributing factor. The possibility of pilot error and any mechanical issues were also being thoroughly investigated. This crash, coming so soon after the one in South Korea, further darkened the shadow hanging over the aviation industry. It underscored the inherent risks of air travel, the unforgiving nature of accidents, and the devastating consequences that often follow. As if two major aviation accidents weren't enough to shake the world's confidence in air travel, another incident unfolded, this time in Norway. A Royal Dutch Airlines flight en route from Amsterdam to Oslo experienced a serious technical malfunction shortly before landing. The plane, carrying over 150 passengers and crew, was forced to make an emergency landing at Sandford Oslo Torp Airport. Panic erupted in the cabin as passengers were informed of the situation. The crew, however, remained calm and professional, skillfully guiding the aircraft down. Despite the terrifying ordeal, the plane landed safely with no injuries reported. Emergency responders were on standby as passengers disembarked, shaken but relieved to be on solid ground. While this incident didn't result in any casualties, it served as a chilling reminder of how quickly things can go wrong. even in the highly regulated world of aviation. The incident prompted a thorough investigation by Norwegian authorities and Royal Dutch Airlines. The focus was on determining the root cause of the technical malfunction, ensuring that such incidents could be prevented in the future. This near miss, though thankfully bloodless, further eroded public trust in the aviation industry. It highlighted the fact that even the most advanced aircraft are not immune to technical issues, and that pilot skill and quick thinking often stand as the last line of defense. Chapter 4. A disturbing trend. These three incidents, occurring within a single week, painted a grim picture of the state of aviation safety. 2024 was already shaping up to be a deadly year for air travel, with the number of accidents and fatalities exceeding those of recent years. This spike in incidents was impossible to ignore. It raised serious concerns about the effectiveness of safety protocols, the adequacy of pilot training, and the overall state of the global aviation industry. Experts pointed to a number of contributing factors, including the increasing complexity of aircraft, the pressures on airlines to reduce costs, and the growing demand for air travel. The International Air Transport Association, or IATA, reported a significant increase in the number of near misses and safety violations reported by pilots and air traffic controllers. This data suggested that the problem went beyond a few isolated incidents, pointing to systemic issues within the industry. Governments and regulatory bodies around the world faced mounting pressure to address the crisis. Calls for stricter safety regulations, increased oversight of airlines, and enhanced pilot training programs intensified. The aviation industry found itself at a crossroads, facing a crisis of confidence that threatened to undermine its very foundation. It was clear that something had to change. Chapter 5. Re-evaluating safety. The string of aviation accidents in 2024 sent shockwaves through the industry, forcing airlines, regulators, and manufacturers to confront uncomfortable truths about safety standards. The incidents exposed vulnerabilities with catastrophic potential. Immediate responses included investigations, audits, and emergency checks. Airlines reviewed safety protocols, scrutinizing pilot training and maintenance. No stone was left unturned to prevent future tragedies. Regulators implemented stricter guidelines and increased oversight. They demanded transparency and accountability from airlines. Manufacturers faced pressure to review designs and address flaws. The industry confronted the reality that efficiency and profits had compromised safety. This scrutiny led to significant changes within the industry. Airlines invested in upgrading fleets, safety features, and pilot training. Chapter 6. The complex reality of aviation accidents. The reality of aviation accidents is complex, involving a confluence of human error, technical malfunctions, and environmental factors. Human error plays a significant role in many accidents. Pilot fatigue, communication breakdowns, and inadequate training can lead to catastrophic errors. Technical malfunctions, though rare, still occur. Environmental factors like severe weather and bird strikes pose significant risks. Understanding these factors is crucial for preventing future accidents. Outro: A Safer Future. The aviation tragedies of 2024 served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the ever-present risks associated with air travel. They forced the industry and the world to confront uncomfortable truths about safety standards, the human cost of complacency, and the complex factors that contribute to accidents. As we move forward, it's crucial that we learn from these tragedies. The aviation industry must remain vigilant, constantly striving to improve safety protocols, enhance training programs, and embrace technological advancements that can mitigate risks. It's a shared responsibility involving airlines, regulators, manufacturers, and even passengers to ensure that the skies are as safe as possible. Let's honor the memories of those we've lost by creating a future where such tragedies are a relic of the past. As we reflect on these tragic events, it's crucial for the aviation industry to learn and adapt, ensuring that such incidents become a thing of the past.